So one of the biggest concerns that employers discuss with us here at Brightlink when we talk to them about SQE and qualifying work experience is they express a bit of concern about these are 4 different opportunities to gather the QWE from different placements. And sometimes they will feel that somebody will come to them already partway through. And of course, this is what trainees needed and what the SRA wanted to facilitate, that people could have a portfolio of experience and they could be more flexible. But for some employers, it's a bit of a concern that they feel as though they are endorsing qualifying work experience that they haven't really seen. They're picking up halfway through. They're saying, we can confirm and sign to say we've seen these bits, but they don't always feel like the qualifying work experience that's happened before is necessarily an appropriate standard for somebody who they would want to say proudly, this is our new solicitor. And they have sometimes a bit of anxiety about those sort of standards, their internal standards, and also some concerns sometimes about whether they have a job to offer. You know, they'll say, we've got this brilliant paralegal who's working with us. We have X number of paralegal jobs to offer every year. We have X number of solicitor jobs. Our solicitor jobs are completely full. We don't have that opportunity to give somebody, but all of a sudden, here they are, fully qualified. Now what do we do? So I think those are a couple of practical concerns. The first sort of more about qualifying work experience that's happened in different places. The second about how easy it is now to gain your qualifying work experience. Do you have any thoughts on that for reassurance for employers in general?
Very good points. So if I take the first one, so should you confirm someone else's QWE effectively? So someone comes to you, can you confirm this year at QWE? The answer is you should only confirm the QWE which was acquired while you're employing them. You can't comment on someone else's unless you act as an external confirming solicitor where there are additional requirements from the SRA. So I would say if you're working in a law firm, someone comes to you, oh, I was at Blogs & Co beforehand, can you confirm their QWE? That's a different kettle of fish. And unless you want to get involved with being an external confirming solicitor, I'd leave that alone. You should only talk about the QWE which has been acquired in your firm. And then it's that very simple process which I've talked about. So you'd certainly be within your rights to say to an aspiring solicitor, I haven't seen the QWE you did at Blogs & Co down the road. Go and speak to them, or at the Citizen Advice, or wherever it was. You know, the SRA is only expecting you to confirm the QWE acquired, under your supervision. And it may be in your firm that you have a solicitor who you have nominated as the confirming solicitor. They may then need to take feedback from the supervisor and check the work and such like. Presumably they are becoming specialist in that, and I'm happy to do a one-to-one with that person if you want to nominate someone to talk through that process so that they know what they're doing, because I do that all the time as a completely external confirming solicitor. So confirming someone else's QWE, that's what I would say with that. Don't stress about it. If it's someone else, another firm, leave it alone, unless you specifically want to get into doing that. So any obligation to take people on after they qualify, that's a question of employment law, just the same as it was under the LPC when you did a training contract. As far as I know, there's no obligation to take someone on. Yes, you may have invested lots of time and effort in them, but that's a commercial decision, employment law decision. If someone qualifies, then you decide whether you take them on or not. And you use the same parameters you would always use for that. Do they fit? Is the quality good enough and such like? It may be different because they may bring other attributes. They may have done a degree in let's say, a STEM subject, which you think, what? But it gives you a different approach, which before wouldn't have been available. Everyone just did a law degree and that was it. But you have no obligation to take them on. Whether the quality will be the same, time will tell. I'm I'm not a training provider, so I'm in somewhat of a difficult position to answer that. If people ask me, I would say speak to the recruitment agents to see whether, when I'm talking to an aspiring solicitor, what the market is like. The market will change, the market will adjust, the market will be different. I have said to the SRA, I think that in 10, 15 years, you may find that you have more people who are registered as solicitors with you from outside the UK than inside the UK, because I see a huge number of people cross qualifying.